Yo, what's good? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy traded video. Yeah, what's good, y'all? I hope you guys have been having a good weekend. I just wanted to do a quick little pre-week outlook. You feel me? Show you guys exactly what PD rays I'm looking at this week. What's my bias? What am I mainly focused on this week? You feel me? And we just gonna get right into it. Let's go ahead and start off with dollar, and then we'll move on to indices and all the other shit, right? So looking at dollar, the reason why I like looking at dollars just to get a good feel, because if dollars going lower, the indices are most likely going to start going higher. You feel me? Usually it's correlated. Sometimes is decorrelated. You feel me? And that's when the market could be kind of iffy and shit. But I like to get a good feel of where dollar is going. So looking at dollar, right now, I'm bearish, but it's like neutral. It's like neutral bearish, right? I'm neutral bearish. I just can't spell neutral right. Goddamn. All right, there we go. So neutral bearish. I'm neutral bearish dollar. Okay, boom. The only reason I'm neutral bearish dollar is because for one, order flow has been bearish ever since we took out that previous that weekly high right here. This previous week high I took out this previous week high, right, and then we started dropping lower, closing below this SIBI right here. This inefficiency. Look at the bodies how it's holding that. Then we went below this down close candle, created this order block. We played off the order block right here, the opening price. I'm still leaving it there because we can still come up into it, and maybe I don't really want to see it come all the way up. If it's really, really bearish, I don't want to see it come all the way back up here. Maybe just hold 50% of this order block. I might put that there because this is an order block since we came down into the open, so that is a CSD on this time frame. So I would rather see us hold 50% of this up close candle and these up close candles right in here. Monday's low right here. So Monday could probably come up into that Monday low and then continue lower. It is relative equal lows as well. And then we have this down close candle right here. And then when you go to the weekly time frame, you have this inefficiency. So I'm kind of neutral bearish because it can, after it takes out this low, it could start going higher, and I might want to sit on my hands a bit. And plus, it's not really expanding nowhere. It's not a very, very clear draw besides these relative equal lows and then this down close candle. I didn't get the wick up there, but I could get the wick. But until we really, really get a displacement through this weekly fair value gap and a close through it on a daily time frame, then I'm not thinking, and then I would be more 100% like have a good bias, a bearish bias to get down into this low, these swing lows, these failure swings, all these failure swings in here, and maybe even down here if it really wants to get a little spooky. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it with dollar. So with that being said, if I have a bias dollar, I have a bullish bias indices, right? Now we do have relative equal lows at that previous monthly low. We've been ran away from that. It might have been a little bit of SMT there. We've been ran away from that, and now we're creating displacements higher. We created this fair value gap on the daily time frame, going above the previous monthly high. As long as we hold that previous monthly high, I'm thinking that we're gonna. I'm strictly bullish. This is very, very clearly bullish. Now until it starts displacing through this 4-hour fair value gap and really gives displacement through there and closes through there, then I'm gonna start looking for price to potentially go towards the previous weekly low, because we did hit the previous monthly high, had a turtle soup, displacement through it, inversion FEG, then it's most likely going for that previous weekly low. And all of this liquidity that's been built up with lows all in here and lows all in here, it could just start running for that, and it could be like a market maker sell model, right? So that's ES. Same reasoning I have with Nasdaq. Now Nasdaq is a little bit more weaker than ES right now. We did not close through this inefficiency yet. I do want to see if this daily down close candle can hold price, mean threshold can maybe hold price. I want to see us just quickly reject away from there. If we can, then I will think that we are going to go higher, and this is just a market maker buy model setting up with the original consolidation, just to get up into there and clean up all these highs inside of here. So I just want to see this hold. If we start displacing through here and ES starts displacing through this fair FEG 4-hour FEG, then I'm gonna really think that price can really start attacking that Monday and Tuesday low from last week. right? So that's right now bullish bias. But if it does start, I don't know why bearish is up here, but if it does start displacing, then oh, I don't know what happened there. But if it does start displacing, then yeah, we do have this wick right here. It could come down, use that wick, tap into that daily order block open, maybe even come through mean threshold of that order block on the daily, and then continue higher. So looking at YM, let's look at YM. YM should be trying to catch up because ES and NASDAQ has created all-time highs. Now, we did run the previous monthly high with YM, but I think YM is now going to start being the leader of the other indices and start really being bullish. And I might even think about buying YM and focus on buying YM more than ES and NASDAQ. But if it does end up being bearish, then I'm going to be focusing on staying away from YM and selling NASDAQ more because NASDAQ should be the weaker one out of them, right? So looking at YM, even though we took out the previous monthly high, we have this inefficiency down here. This may stay open. I don't think it may come down to here. This back and forth, this is an inefficiency there, right, with that back and forth. I'm thinking that price really, I mean, it could come down into here because this is still inefficient right here, this fair value gap right here, and we only tapped into it just a bit. It doesn't have to come down into there. The reason why I'm saying that now is because of how it depends on, like when I'm looking at this, right, we came up into this inefficiency right here on the hourly, and then we started running lower. Now notice how there's no top wick right here on this candle, and then when you look at this run on the 15-minute chart, it's kind of booty cheeks, right? So until we start getting a real displacement through this FEG, I don't think price is coming down into here. It could just hold this down close candle and 50% of that down close candle, right? So bullish order block, 50% of this down close candle. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that out because it is important to me, right? So 50% of there. If we start getting closes through there, I'm not thinking YM is going higher. It may be a short retracement to get down into here, and that's when I'll be sitting on my hands until we get down into there, and then maybe I'll start buying again, unless ES and NASDAQ show me that, okay, indices are bearish. Then I'll start looking for sells on there. Looking at EU and GU, same reason that I have with dollar. I'm neutral bullish EU because we could continue, because we could fall from here, but at the same time we are respecting down close candles on the way up. I do want to see a little bit more displacement higher. This may be a high resistant liquidity run. We came into this F4-hour fair value gap right here, and we started running higher. I want to see if we could attack that high and maybe stay above that previous weekly high, but I would rather see us drop lower first before we get up into that high. If I measure out from this low, right, and get the bodies to this high, equilibrium is down here, so price does drop down into here. I would rather see that first to start off with that weekly open, come down, Judah swing down first, and then start going higher. Same thing with GU. GU should be the better buy out of EU, and we should start attacking this high. So that's what I'm looking for. If dollar's going to be bearish, then I'm bullish on every other asset to start getting up into these highs. And then you also have this FEG right up above here on the daily time frame, so I'm gonna mark that out there. Right, so boom, looking at that, so that could be this week's draw. It could get into it. It could open, come down, come lower first, and then start going higher. Maybe come into constant quit encroachment of this weekly wick, or not even go and hit that. It could. I would rather see it stay above there, stay above 50% of this previous weekly range for GU. If this is really bearish, right? But at the same time, price, I wouldn't mind price coming down to run out some internal liquidity all down here. Maybe hold these lows. It could do that, but run out some of this liquidity down here. Like, look at this, how clean this low looks right here. So I would want to see price maybe come and take that out and maybe start going higher from there, get some displacement higher, and then we could start attacking these relative equal highs that I was trying to attack on this day to potentially get up into there, but it didn't work out. But yeah, that's all I'm looking for. A quick little video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little pre-week outlook. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, sub to the motherfucking channel. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.